Yo! What is going on, metalheads? All right. We survived yet another month. Riffs, reunions, rage quits, and logos getting jacked by fashion bros. I got more on that coming, okay? Big time. It's time for the November 2025 State of the Scene. First off, I want to have a huge shout out to the music that you hear right now. To my man. Albums and things like that. Big shout out to my man Carl Casey. Might have it going this whole time when we'll probably stop it a little bit when we have album songs that we got to check out and stuff going on. But in the meantime, man, we got a jam-packed slate. Big time jam-packed slate. So, as you can see, right here, we got band drama starting off. We got stuff going on with Arch Enemy. We got stuff going on with the death metal band Vitriol. Stuff going on with Sanguisugabogg. And, man, Slipknot's mysterious member as well. Okay? Then we got album releases coming up. November was huge for, well, October as well was huge for, like, blacky, doomy type stuff. And it continued. It continued in November, man. So it's pretty crazy. We're going to talk about some of those albums. And we're going to talk about tours. Big time tours were announced this month. Big time tours, okay? Absolutely wild. And then we're going to finish off discussing the current scenes, the current trends in the scene today. So farewell and anniversary tours, you know, it's like metal isn't the only victim of this. It's like you got it in video games, you got it in movies. It's always remakes. It's always the oldies coming back. They're making things that were old and new again. And metal's no exception to this whatsoever, right? So you got farewell and anniversary tours. You got festival resurgences, things like Sick New World, mainstream mixing, extreme metal underground thriving still, physical media still being goated. Like, we're going to get into all of that and more. But, like it says here, we're going to start off with band drama. But, because, you know, it wouldn't be metal without a little chaos backstage, right? It's going to be spicy, this drama. So, drop flames in the chat if you love band drama, or a skull if you're tired of musicians beefing like pro wrestling. Because, I mean, for real, like, I mean, just play the music, you guys. Just play the music, man. Why is everyone got to be beefing all the time? Okay, so switch scenes here. Thank you for your service, Carl Casey. We're starting off with Arch Enemy, okay? Alyssa Whitegloose. How do you pronounce it? Whitegloose? She's Canadian. Hey, represent Canada well. She's out of Arch Enemy, okay? Probably the most talented member of Arch Enemy. I don't care what anyone says. Michael Ammett, he's good, but he's a lot of his work is carried on the back of the GOAT, Bill Steer, for sure. Okay, in the chat, who do you like more, Bill Steer or Michael Ammett? Who's really the GOAT of the melodic death metal scene? But anyway, moving on. Alyssa Whitegloose is leaving Arch Enemy. Honestly, she's, like I said, the most talented member of Arch Enemy. It's kind of, I guess she wanted to pursue, it sounds right here, she wanted to pursue her own needs. The band posted first sharing an image of their logo with the following text: Arch Enemy have parted ways with singer Alyssa Whitegloose. We're thankful for the time and music we've shared and wish her all the best. Wherever there's an ending, there's also a beginning. And then she posted on her own social media, after 12 years in Arch Enemy, we have parted ways. I'm forever thankful to the thousands of amazing fans I've met along the way. Thank you, Beastlings. I can't wait to share what I have been working on with you. Stay tuned for big news in 2026 and see you very soon. Arch Enemy sucks. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't think Arch Enemy's that good. I think they're a Carcass ripoff. A lot of their riffs and everything came from, Heartwork. And it's Michael Hammett taking that and building off of it. So, I mean, I think she's better off going into her own band anyway. Like, Arch Enemy's never really been anything necessarily to me. Kind of like the bog standard melodic death metal. So, I don't know what you guys think, but yeah. All right. Next up, okay, we got Vitriol. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. Okay, this is crazy. The Vitriol death metal band, they quit on the spot mid-tour. Vitriol's okay. I mean, I'm not like, after this, they're definitely broken up. You'll hear all about it. They're definitely broken up after this, but I'm not saddened about this. There's way better death metal bands than Vitriol. Anyway, Vitriol frontman Kyle Rasmussen is speaking out after the three other members of the band posted on social media that they decided to leave the band by abandoning him at a gas station as they headed home mid-tour from their current run. In a since-expired post from guitarist Keith Merrow earlier in the week, he revealed that he and drummer Andy Vincenzetti and bassist Brett Lyer had left the singer behind after tiring of his behavior. It was wild. Myself, Andy, and Brett and Matt will not take Kyle's cowardly and weak outbursts of misplaced anger. We gave everything we had, and we have now left you with nothing. Mass exodus. This was the darkest day of my music career to date. So they were on tour, and they bounced. They kicked him and his girlfriend out, the vocalist, Kyle Rasmussen. They kicked him out. They just bounced. So apparently what happened was, this guy's got anger issues. And the band is saying that he is constantly blowing up on them and not handling his anger and stuff. And like one guy said here, we will not take his abuse anymore. So here's the vocalist of Vitriol. There's his girlfriend and their dog who they kicked out of the tour bus. They have a GoFundMe going on to help them get home. Me, Brett, and Andy left Vitriol because Kyle sucks. That's what they said. Okay, so the way that these guys are handling this makes me think these guys are kind of just pussies. And, maybe this guy's got anger issues that he should deal with. But honestly, they just... has he abused anyone physically? Has he put anyone in danger? I don't know. He irrationally screamed at the whole crew at the top of his lungs on multiple occasions. We simply won't tolerate it, just like all the other 19 people who left this failed band. What more needs to be said? It's the same shit as every other victim of his abuse. Okay, yeah, I mean... The silver lining of this situation is that I met Brett and Andy. We're continuing together as a band under a different name because we love each other. The amazing Bambino crew will be joining us as sound engineers. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Like, this guy, blowing up and yelling at people, but... Is it really to the point where you just kick him out of the... You kick him out of the bus and leave him stranded in New York, and he has to raise a GoFundMe to get back? I don't know, man. That sounds like And then you say it's because, quote, Kyle Rasmussen sucks. We left Vitriol because Kyle sucks. And we left him stranded because he sucks. Yeah. Nah, man. Like, this is easily something that could have been like a Megadeth or like a Dave Mustaine being kicked out of Metallica type thing. Like, you wake up, you give him a bus ticket home, say, see ya, buddy. Man. So, I wouldn't say I'm on Kyle Rasmussen's side necessarily, because it sounds like he's got anger issues. But it doesn't sound like he was physically abusing people and threatening people. So, I don't know. I think these guys in Vitriol are a bunch of pussies. Let's see. This is exactly what Keith Merrow, guitarist for Vitriol. Everyone who's reading this, me, Brett, and Andy left Vitriol because Kyle sucks. That's it. It doesn't require an absolutely psychotic 2-part video series to explain. He irrationally screamed at the whole crew at the top of his lungs on multiple occasions, and we won't tolerate it. Just like all the other 19 people who left this failed band. What more needs to be said? It's the same shit as every other victim of his abuse. Yeah. It really doesn't sound like these people are mature individuals. Like, none of them, even including Kyle Rasmussen. Doesn't sound like any of these people are mature individuals who know how to handle these types of situations. Because they're saying they left him and the band mid-tour because he irrationally screamed at the top of his lungs on multiple occasions. I don't think that's grounds for what they did. Anyway, what do you guys think? Comment in the chat. Tell me what you guys think of this whole Vitriol drama, because I mean, yeah, it's like Spinal Tap, but it's traumatic. You know what I mean? Crazy. Almost as crazy as this next thing. Sanguisugabogg had their logo jacked from them at the end of last month. By a streetwear company. This is wild. This is wild. Let's see here. They have publicly accused streetwear brand Revenge of stealing their logo for a jacket design without their consent. The jacket is set to go on sale come October 31st, so it's already on sale. Or at least it was at the time of this publication. Who knows what's going on behind the scenes for this one? So they wrote, Sanguisugabogg wrote on their Instagram, for the record, they took our logo without any of us knowing. This is a huge streetwear company, big in the hip-hop scene, and in games like GTA 5. We got the unofficial Revenge X Sanguisugabogg crossover before GTA 6. That's hilarious. Yeah, like, send us a check. I mean, yeah, okay, let's have a look at this. Yeah, it's pretty clear, man. What's this company called? Revenge? Yeah. Yeah, they definitely stole the logo. Like, you could see right here, and then they put the Sanguisugabogg thing across it. Pretty clear they jacked the logo. They're calling out Revenge Clothing to do the right thing, to stop stealing from bands, stop stealing from artists. I don't know if they've done it before. As if they posted again on their social media, as if you needed it already. Swipe to see how they blatantly took our logo and are going to upcharge a bunch of people on literally the most trash Anarchy Letterman jacket design. Could have just hit us up and it would have been sick to see Young Thug rocking some official merch. Sanguisugabogg also has the following tour dates. More on their tour dates coming up, because they are going on an excellent tour that I'm probably going to have to not miss. I'm definitely going to have to see this tour. So more on that in a second, but just bear with me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's pretty cut and clear here that they stole their logo. Pretty wild in my opinion. Yeah. But anyway, that's all I got for band drama for this month. It was pretty good. Some pretty good band drama. You know, I said earlier that maybe bands should just play music and not have this drama, but band drama is pretty sick. Band drama is pretty sick. Okay? Can't complain too much. Makes good content. Makes for good talking. Next up, we got album releases. Okay? Again, like I said earlier, it's been a good couple months for like deathy, doomy stuff. So we have a few albums that we're going to cover in particular here. Here's what dropped this month, and here's why you need it. Okay, first we're going to talk about 1914. Okay, but let's get a poll going in the chat. Do you guys prefer waiting until the whole album drops, or you listen to the singles along the way? Let's get a poll going. This 1914 album is pretty good. I've got some thoughts on it. It was one of the hyped albums of the month, and I think it mostly lived up to the hype that everyone thought it would have. But there's some issues. There's some issues that I think maybe some people may agree with, might not agree with. All right. Oops. Sorry, hold on. There you go. Okay, vote in the poll. Okay, wait till the album drops or listen to singles along the way. Vote in the poll. And yeah. But getting into the first album, Breakups Unitas by Ukrainian metal band 1914. So these guys, if you don't know who they are, you don't know who they are. They're this Ukrainian metal band. They focus on the era of World War I. They're named after the year that World War I started. And they're definitely a vibe. A huge vibe. So the thing is that, so with this one in particular, so let's go here. Let's give Kyle Casey a pause here, and we'll pull up the 1914 album. The thing is I understand why they have this. It's part of the story they're trying to tell of a Ukrainian soldier that goes through the war and from his point of view. Right? So they have the anthemic, patriotic music from that era. My issue is that, right, so they get into this deathy, doomy, a little bit of black metal in there. A little bit of black metal in there for sure. But it's mostly like this very death, doom type stuff. Absolutely sick riff. Sick riff, so let's get this going. I love this. Very good. It's very good. The issue I have is halfway through. So basically, after you go from this, you've got this. I understand it's a story that they're trying to tell, but these pockets of this kind of waltzy, you know, early 20th century vibe, it doesn't fit. It really doesn't fit. And I know it's supposed to be this full-on, like, one-for-one storytelling aspect, but I just really think the waltzy early 1914, I guess, 1915 era music, it just doesn't fit, man. It doesn't fit. It's not like when you're listening to Blackwater Park and it goes from this sick, you know, progressive death metal riff and it breaks off into like light singing with acoustic guitars and stuff. Because that's the vibe I assume they're trying to go for, like that same sort of vibe. But it doesn't really work that way. For me, personally. It doesn't work that way. But that doesn't mean the album's bad. It's a very good album. Very good album. You still have to listen to it. It's just that little piece there, you know, for instance, it's got top tier drumming. It's got excellent phrasing. The production is beyond elite. Beyond elite. Excellent production. I have zero issues about the production. It's just that early 20th century style waltz, the interjections, they're off-putting and they don't fit well with the music. I understand the role it plays in telling a story, which is an excellent story. It's overall that the interjections take away from the sound. Okay, so next up for albums that came out this month that were huge, we have one that was very much so everyone was hyped up about this album. But for me, Bell Witch and Aerial Ruin, their new album, the Stygian, how would you pronounce this? Stygian Bogue. Hey, Last Day Breathing in Eternal Snow. I remember you, man. I was listening to Ozzy just now and seeing you live. It's been 50 years. Hey, thanks for coming in, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Yes, it has been a while. I'm trying to get some different live stream type stuff going. Unfortunately, the old format just didn't work anymore. But this one here, we're going over some album releases from the month, and then we're gonna get some other stuff going. So, we've got the Stygian Bogue Volume 2. So this, again, it's complicated. Beautiful album. Absolutely beautiful album. They dropped 4 riffs, and it took an hour. It took an hour to get through. It's all very well written, and I respect this craft. It's a very good album. But it's not quite my thing. And you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of when Blood Incantation released Time Wave Zero. And I know that Bell Witch, they're known for that doomy type sound. And so this isn't too far off. It's not like Blood Incantation going from Hidden Histories of the Human Race into Time Wave Zero. You know what I mean? It's not like that, but you know, Time Wave Zero for Blood Incantation was them experimenting on different sounds that as artists they thought they wanted to make. Totally cool. I respect that, absolutely. But with Bell Witch, it's not them going away from their sound, because I mean, you listen to Stygian Bogue Volume 1, similar, but it's not my cup of tea. Like, maybe if I was sitting around and just trying to veg out, this would be good to throw on. But overall, it's not totally my thing. It's not totally my thing. And so I don't know if I should rate this album low, rate it high, but yeah. What did you guys think of Stygian Bogue Volume 2? Okay? Let me know. Because this one is something that I know a lot of people were hyped about. Let's get a poll going for that. I would love to hear what you guys thought of it. Vote in the poll. Good evening, Davision Sousa 7651. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming in today. You're from Brazil? Sick, baby. Brazil. Nothing but bangers coming out of Brazil. Crypta. Excellent band. Naturally Sepultura. Right? Thanks for coming in, buddy. What are some of your favorite bands? What are some of your favorite musics? What were some of your favorite releases from November? Love to hear about it. You too, Eternal Snow. What were some of your favorite releases from November? Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this next one so everyone knows, okay? Black metal classics. Absolute beauties. Blut Aus Nord. Okay? They come back. They don't miss. They do not miss. One of black metal's all-time greats. No doubt about it. Everything that you could want from a black metal album, these guys bring to the table. If any other band came out with this album, this would be like, people would be album of the year candidate, like changing the scene of black metal, putting it on its back, carrying it. But because this is from a band like Blut Aus Nord, who've never missed, they released nothing but banger albums, like some of the best metal albums ever. It's gonna be like, wow, this is a really good album, awesome. And sadly, people will probably move on from it. But it's got everything. It's got black metal ambience and vibes, blast beat waterfalls like this, and the ethereal vocals to boot. You know, it's got that everything you'd want out of a black metal. Black metal, Pokemon, and chill. Absolutely based. Yeah, I was just jamming this album earlier today, and I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away just by how quality it is. Production-wise, there's some killer riffs on The Fall That Opens the Sky. Let's move on to that. Your English is terrible, but you try to come. No worries at all, man. English is a very hard language. Very hard language. I'll make sure that on my next video that there's subtitles in, I believe, Portuguese is what you speak in Brazil. They speak a dialect of Portuguese. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I'll make sure there's proper subtitles so that everyone can understand the videos better. That's a goal of mine, to start doing that more often. You're learning Chinese and oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. Chinese, I've heard, is a hard language to learn as well. Yeah. Speak Portuguese. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Dude, look at the plays. This album, only 12,000 plays. I mean, I guess the album just came out like 3 or 4 days ago, but still, like this. These guys slap. Slap. Let's see. Let's move on. Next one. Next album. These guys I'd never heard of before doing my research for this month's State of the Scene here. Okay? Pupil Slicer. What a name. All-time name. Okay. Apparently they released their debut during the pandemic. These guys are like... It's like... The Dillinger Escape Plan and Knocked Loose had a kid. You know Pupil Slicer, Snow? Okay, cool. Dude, these guys are sick. Davis, you like have you heard of Pupil Slicer before? Oh, you've been listening to a lot of Dillinger Escape Plan lately? Very cool. Very cool. Listen to the bass tone for this album is wild. Pretty sure they got that like 5-string bass going on. It's so dense. Yeah. Big banger. Very cool. So definitely check these guys out if you haven't heard of these guys before. It's definitely that mix of like Dillinger Escape Plan and Knocked Loose. You know what actually? It also reminds me of Vane. I guess they're called Vane FM now. Well, these guys are sick. You heard Nickelback's next album's gonna sound like this? That'd be hilarious. You're trying to follow, but I talk very fast? Oh, okay. I'll try to talk a little slower. These guys are doing something super unique. I don't hear too much like this. He has the arch spell books. I think it's a chick. I think it's a chick. Her vocals remind me of Venom Prison. The girl from Venom Prison. They need to release a new album soon too. I don't think they have any new music. But yeah, Pupil Slicer, Fleshwork. Check these guys out. Okay, next up. Oh, I have our Spire vocals. Okay. Yeah. Was it 2021 or 2022? Either way, that was the album of the year that year for me. I loved that album. It was so good. Whew, so good. Okay, next up, Perdition Temple. You guys ever heard of Perdition Temple? Their album Malign Apotheosis. All right. Now this. These guys, pretty old school death metal right here. Like we spoke about in last month's stream, this is further proof that old school death metal is still alive and kicking. It's not just all about that ambient tech shit. This album really reminds me of Altars of Madness. Like everything for the vocals, guitar work, drums. Yeah, bring back Angela. I don't know, dude. Arch Enemy's kind of ass. I'm not sure if you were here for the earlier one where I was talking about it, but yeah, Arch Enemy's kind of ass. They're just Carcass ripoffs in my opinion. Michael Hammett taking everything he learned from Bill Steer and putting it in. Do I know Surreption? Of course I know Surreption. Excellent. Sadist? Sadist sounds familiar. All right, okay. What was the best release this month? What was the best release this month? Let's put a poll up. We'll go the Stygian Bog. Stygian Bog Volume 2. We'll go, what was the name of the Blut Aus Nord album? Ethereal Horizons. And then there was 1914. With Veribus Unitus. And then we'll go Pupil Slicer with Fleshwork. And then we'll do an other. There we go. Because I could only cover so many. I only get 4 options. A suggestion, Dio Caught in the Middle. Okay, so I'm not really doing song suggestions at the moment. It's more about like wrapping up what we saw in the scene. But in the future, I might go back to doing song suggestions because I used to do that before, but. You get caught. You really do get caught with like the copyright stuff. So we'll see how it goes in the future. But yeah, I might do that in the future. But my favorite album that I heard this month, it's metal, but it's like stoner bluesy rock, and it's awesome. So if you click other in the best release for this month, you tell me in the chat below. Going back to Pokemon and suggestions while eating pizza with pineapple and pizza slaps. Pineapple pizza slaps. Don't care what anyone says. Bluesy rock, like Volbeat? A little bit. I think Volbeat's more like rockabilly, kind of like Elvis style blues rock metal type thing. No worries, Davis. No worries, man. So this is more like the Sword. You guys remember the Sword? Sucks they're not around anymore. The Sword was awesome. I love the Sword. Anyway, Black Magic Tree, Terra. Bangers. Bangers. Check this out for sure. I listened to this whole album. It's excellent. It's excellent. All right, let's go back to my boy Carl Casey, whose music I use in my videos and things like that. Guys got bangers. So this is just going to be background music as we move into our next segment. Next segment. Tour time. Some big time tours. Big time tours announced this month. Like man, it's crazy the tours that came out. Okay? Let's bring them up. Bring them up. We're going to start off with one that's kind of lame that, I mean, does anyone really care about? Does anyone really care about this? I think only 40-year-old dudes, maybe 50-year-old dudes, 40 and up, only 40 and up care about this. But Mötley Crüe announced first 2026 North American tour dates. Wow, amazing. Great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see Mick Mars and his big old gut hanging out on stage. He could barely get through Kickstart My Heart without hacking a dart or coughing up a lung. Black metal K-pop. That'd be pretty sick. Yeah. Tickets are on sale if you guys want. Let's see, where are they going? They're going to Toronto. They're going to New Jersey, New York. They're going across all over North America, it looks like. But the only Canadian date is Toronto. Dang! Oh, I'm gonna miss Mötley Crüe. Oh, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Devastating. I'm gonna miss 50-year-old, 60-year-old Mötley Crüe. Guys can't even stay clean, man. And they have like the openers are Extreme and Tesla, which I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of these bands. Yeah. So, yeah, no one cares about that. Before we get on to the real tours that people care about, what was the last show you guys went to? I want to see I want to hear what the wildest pit you saw at your last show. In my country, laughter, they type KKKKK. That's hilarious. Why that? Why do they type that in Brazil? Instead of like LOL or LMAO. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so the real tour, boom. Megadeth farewell tour. Dave Mustaine says it's his final tour, but he also says it's going to last like 3 to 5 years. So, I mean, I don't know. It could be a negative connotation in other countries. I wouldn't say negative connotation. If you put the 3Ks, just that, then it could be. But I think people will understand what you're trying to say, like, you know. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. But yeah. Megadeth is touring world tour. Says it's going to be his final. Dave Mustaine says it's going to be the final tour, but it's going to last like 3 to 5 years. And their final album comes out on January 23rd, so it starts right after this. Now, what did everyone think of the latest Megadeth single? Because I thought it was so bad. Like the first one, Tipping Point, was really good, but I Don't Care was so bad. It was so bad. Oh my goodness. Terrible. It was one of the worst releases they've had since like Super Collider. It was disgusting. Anyway, at least on this tour, we'll probably hear them play Ride the Lightning live, the way it was meant to be heard. Okay? The way it was meant to be heard. Dave Mustaine playing Ride the Lightning. It's going to be epic. That's why I can't miss this tour. They're doing so many dates. They're doing Kelowna, Abbotsford, and Victoria, all within my home province of British Columbia. And then they're also going to Alberta. My friends and I, we're not sure which one we're going to go to yet. We're trying to figure out which one is best for us to go to. We're either going to go to one in BC or one in Edmonton. Helping practice English? Perfect. Let's see what you said here. I'm going to put it into a translator. Oh, that's what you said. You're helping me practice your English. Very cool. Okay, you guys are now moderators. Thank you for being here. You guys are mods. But if you abuse your power, I will know. Okay? If you abuse your power, I will know. Now, are you guys excited to catch Megadeth live? They're going to announce more cities. I'm sure they'll come to Brazil. Oh, Vargamon. The audio is way better than the Broncos game. Yeah, I'm sure when you have to listen to your landlord watch it. Okay, hey, which Megadeth tour day are we going to, boys? There's one in Kelowna. Prospera Place. March 4th. And we're going to Moncton. Oh, you got an ice time there, eh? Yeah, I'm down for Edmonton. Snow, you don't go out? You're not gonna go see 64-year-old Dave Mustaine? All right. So more tours that we got going on. We already talked about Mötley Crüe. No one wants to see this garbage. No one wants to see Mötley Crüe. Okay? No one wants to see Mötley Crüe. Stupid. But we have, another very exciting tour. An excellent tour. Lamb of God booking a 2026 North American tour with Kublai Khan, Fit for an Autopsy, and Sanguisugabogg. Okay? This is legit exciting. This and the Megadeth tour are exciting. I think this show is just as good as the Megadeth show. Considering Megadeth has Anthrax and Exodus, I think this one is just as good. I'm not a big fan of Kublai Khan. I'm not a big fan of Kublai Khan. But okay, let's go with a poll in a chat. Which tour are you guys most excited for? Everyone voted other on the albums. That's crazy. No one liked Blut Aus Nord for album of the month, eh? Hey, thanks, man. Thank you, man. I actually I got a compliment on this shirt at Digimon Locals yesterday, or the Digimon Regionals. I hadn't done laundry, so I gotta wear the same shirt 2 days. Let's go. Most exciting tour. Lamb of God. Megadeth. Mötley Crüe. Obviously Mötley Crüe. And the next one we're going to talk about, Warped Tour. We'll get into that in a sec. That's exciting too. I mean, it's a good time for tours. It's a really good time for tours. Guns N' Roses. I forgot. I've got Guns N' Roses up here too. Guns N' Roses announced first 2026 tour dates. They're in your home city of, how do you say that? Belém? Lamb of God, my favorite Christian band. That's hilarious. I don't know. Oh wow! Like they're starting off in a lot of Brazilian places there. Davis. Belém do Pará. Probably said that better than Larry's Landlord though. Why doesn't Larry's Landlord try to pronounce this and tell us how it goes? Here, hold on. Let me bring it up on the thing. I didn't realize I had the scene changed. Right there, highlighted. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. They're going, I wonder if they'll do a North American one. Oh yeah, right here. Oh, they're coming to Vancouver August 29th, Guns N' Roses. I wonder if my buddy Connor knows. They're coming to Edmonton. Crazy. Very cool. I'd probably go see Guns N' Roses. I'd definitely go see them over Mötley Crüe. No doubt about it. But yeah, this is huge. This is huge. This Lamb of God tour. They're coming to the Peony Forum in my hometown. No Alberta dates, which is weird to think about. What do we got going on here? Dungeon Soup Barbarian theme. Let's skip that one. He's a natural. Red is actually my favorite Christian band because they show the dark side of Christianity and they're heavier than a stereotypical Christian band like Skillet. I didn't even know Skillet was a... was a Christian band. Okay, next up, tours, Warped Tour. I couldn't wait for the summer and the Warped Tour. It's back. Okay? Like Mark Hoppus said, couldn't wait. And this is very exciting. I've never been to a Warped Tour before. Yeah, never been. I don't know if I'll go this time, but it's pretty cool. It just, it's cool to see this stuff coming back. Like they got Simple Plan, Yellow Card, Avril Lavigne coming there. Pop punk era, still alive and well. I mean, people love it. People love it. People love it. I'm not Christian, but respect anyone who is. Metal is my religion. Hey, fair enough, man. Okay. Let's switch gears here. Let's switch gears. We'll get into the closing act here. We're going to start with trends and vibes. Like, what the hell is going on in metal right now? Where's it going? What's it doing? How's it transforming? How's it growing? All right? Let's zoom out for a second, because we talked about drama. We talked about albums. We talked tours that'll probably kill everyone's bank accounts at the end of the day. Let's talk about the vibe of the scene. What is metal doing as a whole? November had some patterns. It's kind of hilarious to think about. Warm up your keyboards. I want everyone's take on these. Wrong answers only. Okay? Because metal is in its we're not old, you're old era. Every legacy band is either retiring, Megadeth, or reissuing stuff, or announcing one last farewell run, like Mötley Crüe is, for the 8th time, and Guns N' Roses for the 8th time. Megadeth's final tour is going to last longer than, you know what I mean? It's going to last longer than the average marriage in the United States. Mötley Crüe celebrating 20th anniversary of their live album, deluxe reissues of albums that weren't even deluxe the first time, like Mötley Crüe just released a deluxe version of these albums. It's that's just kind of the phase that metal's in. So who's the next to come back and announce a farewell tour? What do you guys think? Slayer? Slayer's gonna unretire and announce a tour probably. Yeah, that wouldn't really surprise me. And I mean, like we just talked about, yeah, and more open E string riffs. Festivals are back, like we just talked about. Warped Tour is going global, because before, the big thing about this coming back, before it was only, Slayer would be fun. I do agree, Slayer would be fun. I would definitely go, but I just think, would it be better than Megadeth? Maybe it would be better than Megadeth. I would go, for sure. Warped Tour is going global now, because before it was only North America, but now it's going, England, everywhere. It's going to Europe. There's always like the 70,000 tons of metal cruise. That would be cool to go to one day. But that's still going on. Who would Slayer bring with them? Holy, good question. My immediate answer would be Exodus, but they're already going with Megadeth. They'd bring the Rain Man of elevators. Slayer, Judas Priest, and Bring Me the Horizon. That'd be interesting. That'd be really interesting. I think Slayer would try to bring out, a band like Sanguisugabogg. One of these up-and-coming death metal bands, or Undeath or something like that. That would be sick. That'd be super sick. I mean, honestly, at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised to see, like, Doja Cat announce Cannibal Corpse opening for them. Bring Warbringer and call it the passing of the torch. Holy. Man. The Thrash Revival Tour. Bring Municipal Waste, Warbringer, Evil. If you guys could go to any tour, would it be Warped Tour, Knotfest, Vakken, 70,000 tons of metal? Like, any tour. What's your dream tour that you could go to? Connor should have Dark Throne and Burzum open for them. Yo, Connor. Did you know that Megadeth's coming to Kelowna? I know Connor's gonna be the first one there. Big Megadeth fan. Another thing about metal, like a trend that we're seeing, is that metal's crossing over into a lot of things. Clothing lines, pop artists, TikTok. It's actually very interesting to think about. The first thing is what we talked about earlier, was this Sanguisugabogg. Here, I'll bring it back up for people who weren't here earlier. This Sanguisugabogg getting ripped off by Revenge clothing line. Stole their logo. And we've seen this, we not necessarily stealing their logo, but, you've seen artists wearing, like, you've seen Kanye wearing Killing Is My Business shirts, and Burzum shirts. You know what I mean? It's actually kind of crazy. So, I mean, metal's been crossing over and things for a while, but now it's getting to a different level. It's really getting to a different level. What a logo, yeah, right? I mean, apparently Aerosmith was collaborating with Youngblood. You got deathcore bands selling candles and perfumes, skincare. Like we just met, like streetwear brands stealing extreme metal logos. Rap and metalcore crossover tours are gaining traction, like the Sick New World Festival. I don't know if you guys heard about the Sick New World Festival, but last year was canceled. It's like kind of a new metal festival, and it's coming back. Let's see if we can pull up a lineup. Sick New World in Las Vegas. Like, look at this. You got System of a Down, Korn, Acid Bath, Knocked Loose. Dude, this would be a crazy tour to think about. And then I think even there's for Texas, it's a different lineup completely. Slayer, Deftones, Evanescence, The Prodigy, Connor, The Prodigy, Power Trip. Good to see them like still touring and playing music. Okay, this Texas one is way better. The Texas lineup is way better. POD, Death Heaven, crazy stuff. Justin Bieber was wearing a Take shirt. See, like, look, this is crazy. That's wild. That's wild. How do they even find out about this stuff? And I wouldn't say metal's mainstream. It's just more like mainstream is just, the kid in class who steals someone else's homework. They don't know anything about it. They just copy it. You know what I mean? They have no idea like how you got to the answers or how you got to where it is. They just like take it and they steal it. And they're like, oh yeah, check this out. You know what I mean? I think Miley Cyrus wore a Megadeth shirt once. The internet has definitely opened up niche stuff to everyone. Definitely. Yeah, big time. Absolutely big time. Well, here, let's make Wilder Pitlord a moderator. Yeah. Do not abuse your power. Man, I wish I could be in the room to hear what ideas you have. And let's make Larry a moderator. Okay? You guys are big dogs now. Underground metal's getting weird. Okay? Bands are cooking. Everyone's throwing these genres into a blender and hoping like something cool comes out. I mean, so like we talked about earlier, we got that Pupil Slicer band mixing mathcore, grind, and shoegaze. Let's throw them back on. I just thought this was a very unique sound from these guys. We had Bellwitch and Aerial Ruin making these like doomy, hour-long, like 4-track things. Unique, very unique music. What are some stuff in the underground that you guys have noticed is kind of weird? It's not the same as you're usually used to. Yeah, like this is sick. I mean, we had the black metal shoegaze collaboration with Deaf Heaven happening back in 2013 and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. Metal is always going to be evolving, in my opinion. I don't think it's ever going to be staying the same. It's always going to be evolving. There's always going to be new stuff happening to it, and I think eventually it's inevitable that you're going to have mainstream aspects coming into metal. I mean, like look at baby metal. Everyone loves baby metal. Find a lot of metal nowadays kind of blends together, but it's more so because of digital production, not the songwriting. That's very interesting. It's a very interesting take. Let's everyone drop some recs of like underground bands. I know Snow's got some good recs. I know Snow loves to drop good recs. This song makes me want to give my manager 2 weeks of my paychecks. God, don't do that. Another thing I wanted to talk about was physical media being absolutely unkillable. Okay? Streaming may run the world, but we as metalheads, we like our physical stuff. I love vinyls. Everyone loves vinyls. Tapes. Maybe not tapes. I don't know if anyone still collects tapes. If you still... But... Destinity, and Silence. Been banging Solin Ger Bag Asnid lately by Over. Okay, let's check out Destinity. Is that like I remember back in 2013 finding a vinyl and thinking it was crazy that this was Destiny and Silence. Oh, hell yeah. It's from their older album. Okay, debut album. Can't find it. But apparently there's been vinyl delays and stuff. Like, people keep selling out of them, which is sick to see. Like, box sets and reissues, special editions. Yeah, like I said earlier, Mötley Crüe's releasing deluxe special editions. I guess, like, boomers eat that up. And, like, Gen Xers might eat that up, too. But, I mean, of course, metalheads, we love merch. We love merch. I mean, Wilder Pitlord, he's got tons of band t-shirts. You should see this guy's band t-shirt collection. Okay? It's crazy. What is everyone's favorite band t-shirt? The one that they'll never get rid of no matter what. I think mine, to this day, is either probably my Metal Up Your Ass Metallica t-shirt that I got in 2017, or one of my Revocation t-shirts. Vinyl sales will help bands get a bit of funding too. Nobody really buys digital. Yeah, it's true. It feels weird buying digital. You know what I mean? It still feels like I don't really own it. It's the same argument I have with video games. I don't really like digital video games, unless it's the only option. It's the main reason I haven't played Clair Obscur yet is because I can only find it digital. I can't find a physical copy. Fair. Have you seen my His Vidalistet Tar Oz shirt? Completely ripped apart, but I won't throw it out. That's sick. That's sick. I think I have seen it. Archspire Septic Flesh shirt. They don't make it easy anymore. A $50 to $60 shirt is a tough sell. It's very true. It's tough, man. It's really tough. One shirt I wish I still had, I don't know what happened to it, was my Psychopathy Red Slayer t-shirt from when I saw Slayer for the first time with Megadeth back in like 2009. But you know, like Wilder Pitlord said, it's like, you know, a $50 to $60 shirt is a hard sell, but we still keep buying. We still keep buying. Metalheads love merch. All right, let's see. And then we had... okay, these guys are pretty good, Snow. These guys are pretty good. But I can never not listen to an Ulver track when it is recommended to me. Gotta throw that on. We're suckers. Yeah, I guess so, eh? Dude, Ulver's great. I wonder if they gotta be the most underrated black metal band. Them and Take. Hey, Connor? I still make sure to buy a shirt for smaller bands, even if pricey. That's how they make their bucks. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sometimes I buy tickets for shows. I end up not going, and I'm like, that's how I supported them, I guess. I was supposed to go to Revocation a couple weeks ago, and I was like, man, I got a flight in 2 days. I got to go to Winnipeg, and I can't bring myself off my ass to go to this concert. This is beautiful. Brgat. Great album name. Brgat, skeet scat, grat. Some shirts, my shirts are ripping. I wear smaller medium because I'm short. Spawn of Possession, great band. Falling Apart. Oh, that raw production. Dude, listen to that drum. Listen to that drum sound. I swear, he's just like he's got like a mic held up to the bass, and he's just like... I think they were 17 when they recorded this. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. That's juicy. Okay, what's the best album I found in 2025? The best album I found in 2025 is this one so far. Wait, do you mean released or found? Because actually, I found this album earlier today. We were talking about it earlier in the stream. found. Oh, Davis, dude, thank you so much for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate it. You get a good sleep, man. Pleasure having you out here. I don't know what the best album I've found. Because, I mean, I've only recently became a fan of baby metal, so I could say like baby metal. Because I only became a fan earlier this year, and then I did the album, the video on them. You know? Like, these guys are great. But there's also, I'd have to think about it. I can't tell you right off the top of my head. You gotta wait for the chorus of this song. The chorus of this song is excellent. I'll turn it up a bit when I finish it. Dude, this chorus is... But yeah, I'd have to think about it. Maybe there's something in my homepage. No, Trevor, no, don't tell me that. I was still hoping Will Lutz would win me the week here. God damn. Oh, all right, it's time to end the stream. Metalheads. All right. That's your November scene report. It was crazy month. Death is baby metal song besides in the name of a few baby metal albums sleeping coming next to my Pikachu plush and Dimmy Burger albums. Very cool. Anyway, that's your November scene report. I mean, again, it was like another big month for album releases in terms of like deathy, doomy type stuff. So I don't know if we'll see that trend continue in December. You'll have to tune in to see. Every month on the 30th or 31st, depends on the month. The next one will be on December 30th. I know there's a 31st of December, but that's New Year's Eve, so no one's going to be around. So we'll do it on December 30th. Don't worry, the live stream will be scheduled. You'll see it in your feed, and we will go over all the new band drama, new album releases, tours, anything cool that's going on in the scene. We will have it ready to go here. Thank you so much for being here. All my friends, thank you so much, you guys. You guys are awesome. And yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, long live metal. See you in the pit.